Welcome to Chucker TV. I'm Dale Sweats with Jan, Edic, Frank, and we're live. Grand Champions Polo Club at the White Birch Field today for the World Polo League. And Jan, this is it, the Palm Beach Open.
And we have a very, very exciting and a very special game. As people are now referring to me, as I say, it's going to be a cracking game. This is going to be a cracking game because obviously it's all about Thursday's semi-finals. And these two teams, Richard Mille in the black shirts up against White Birch, still have a game to play, of course.
Let's go on here, Jan. They look like they're ready to go. We're going to get to the names here. We apologize. Let's go on here, Jan. Go ahead and hit the name down because they look like they're fired up and ready to go.
Yeah.
We'll let them get going here. Hit them down, Jan.
No surprise. As I said, they are very keen to get this game underway. As I say, Richard Mille in the dark shirts at number 1. We just saw him warming up his pony. Mark Ganzi, known as the Cobra, playing at number 1, playing off 2 goals. Then we have one of the 2 Castagnola brothers this afternoon with us, and that, of course, is Camilla, known as Heta Castagnola, the 8-goaler playing the number 2 position. A 10-goaler is out on that field, Pablo McDonough, and at 4, Paco de Navaina. Dale was talking about him this morning, a super player here, formerly of 8 goals, now playing of 6 goals, and he has been an instrumental key player here for Richard Mille. White Birch with Chris Brandt. Easy to spot him. He's got the blue helmet playing the number 1 position. Then Facu Llorente, the 7-goaler at number 2. And hang on, before I get to the rest of that name, the rest of the names, Paco de Navaina nearly getting the first scorer of the game. So as I was saying, Facu Llorente at number 2 of 7 goals. And then 2 8-goalers, Mariano Aguirre of 8 and Santi Toccalino. Richard Mille coming in with 26 goals, White Birch with 23, but that is irrelevant because it is the Palm Beach Open.
So our first play of the game is going to be a safety. So down in the far end, like the safety, remember, just like the corner kick in soccer when the ball does run over the defending end line. They will go ahead and move it to the corner in soccer, but here they take it out to the 60-yard mark. That's a penalty 6. No further than 40 yards from the center based on a 1 approach, 1 hit scenario. And it looks like we hit the Castagnola to do the honors here for Richard Mille. And a nice angle here. You're going to get a great look at this one from our high cam. Here comes Castagnola.
Oh, he hit that one low. Normally the idea would be to hit that one high because obviously they can defend it in front of goal. Coming in there, but it's a little bit too late. He couldn't, and he didn't want to cross that line and cause the first foul of the game. The Cobra at number 1. So let me just tell you how these teams have fared so far. Richard Mille winning their opening game. They took care of business against Seminole Casino, Coconut Creek, beating them 9 goals to 8. The second game they had to, and it was a very, very close game, Dale. That was the one I was talking about. 2 10-goalers, 2 brothers against each other, and a father and a son playing against each other. It was the luck of the son on that day winning that game, 11 goals to 10. So Casablanca beating Richard Mille in their second game. And then White Birch, also with a win and a loss. They lost their first, beg your pardon, to Casablanca 10 goals to 13 and beat Seminole Casino 14-13 in their second game.
Super big game now. Stoppage of play here with 6:25 on the clock. Over on the far side there, 2 players come together in front of the ball. They're going to call a blocking foul. And it looked like they were going to have some energy already in this game, as it looked like the number 4 in white and the number 3 in black having a few words over there on the far side, but in favor of white Birch. So our first penalty, 5B from the center, and it's going to be Tocalino.
Santi drills one down the field, and he's looking for Brandt, who's in that danger zone. I think that ball might just go out. So what a cracking shot there from the number 4 position from the halfway line. Not much in it.
We've seen him make one from center this year already, Santi Tocalino. So keep an eye on this guy. He is super, super strong. Hits the ball very hard. Has a lot of power. We talked about the breakdown this morning, Yan. I told you to keep an eye on this guy. This guy will demonstrate huge amount of talent from the number 4 position back to the center.
Thank you very much. Here we go then, ball in play. And if you're watching, a young lady who would like to express our thanks and wishes to all the very best to Kat. Of course, Kat, hope you're enjoying this very, very exciting game, which I'm sure it will be, as once again they turn. Now then, what can Castagnola do? He knows he's got a man on. Needs to be careful not to cross that line. Heta takes the ball out into the corner. Wants a little bit of space for himself. He knows he's got a defender on. Tocalino there. Santi trying to challenge him, but Heta. Now, Dale, we spoke about this last week. The man is incredibly quick. You really have to blink and you miss it. Little under the neck there. Sent back up the field by the 10-goaler, Pablo McDonough. McDonough trying to feed the ball once again back to Castagnola, but this young man, Chris Brandt, who has also really impressed us no end throughout this tournament, a man who's a goal getter, but when need be, will come back and work very hard in defence. A hook there on the number 3 in white Birch, Mariano Aguirre, but they're on a flow here. Tocalino up to the front. There's nobody there. It's going to be the Cobra. Looked like he was going to play a backhand, but he's doing the right play here, teeing it up, using and capitalising on the open space. Oh, he's lost it there, but he's got the support in once again from Castagnola. Heta. He needs a clear passage, so the umpire will, of course, have made that very clear as he stood there and watched. A little flick of the wrist that I can see with the number 3, Aguirre there with a broken mallet, so he's going to be wanting to very quickly get himself a new piece of kit. And a backhander there from the number 2, Llorente. Where's it going to end up? Now, because all he can do at the moment, the man with the broken mallet, is try and ride off and be as much of a nuisance in defence, because obviously with a broken mallet, you can't play polo with a mallet like that.
Whistle on the play with 4:12 on the clock, and that's going to give Mariano an opportunity to change his mallet. It looked like we had, about 7 players meeting each other down there. And our 2 mountain officials today on the field, Esteban Ferrari and Federico Martelli. Third man in the stands going to be Steve Lane, and Gaston Dorniak will be our instant replay official, our IRO. They're going to use a courtesy change here. We use a courtesy once per chucker and have somewhere in the middle of the chucker. They're going to let everybody change their pony. And we talked a lot about it during the season as we've been using the courtesy change here at the Grand Champions Polo Club. It is a tournament condition, and they're going to drop this ball in favor of Richard Mille. So open goal, penalty 2 coming once everyone else returns to the field. Each team will receive a challenge, 1 challenge per half, and you got to use it or lose it. A lot of players like to carry it over, but you do not carry the challenges over there, only per half. Triggers are in place. Umpires can use the triggers. They'll send the camera to the IRO booth in Gaston Dorniak, and they check to see if a goal is scored. Check and see any kind of unsportsmanlike conduct on the field, which gives them the ability to use their camera on every play. And check to see if a safety was committed or if the ball goes out of bounds on the sideline. They can use to see if it does bounce off another pony. And any time you have a 4-legged athlete or a 2-legged athlete come together, they can use the cameras to help make more of a precise call. Looks like we got everybody back on the field here for our open goal. Penalty 2, it's going to be the Cobra.
Ganzi. Nice, calm little walk up to that open goal, undefended, of course. Can he make his mark and get the equaliser? I'm sure the Cobra, once he gets his fangs out, will not make a mistake. So there it is, goal number 1 for Mark Ganzi, putting them at 1 goal apiece. 4 minutes on the nose left to play in this first chukker. Now, we do have a few other people, of course, very, very important as part of the team here this afternoon. Our two flaggers or goal judges, Chase and David, either side of the goal, of course, indicating as and when a goal is given. They will raise or wave that flag above their head. And then, of course, the eye in the sky, Austin Sarmiento, of course, one of the best drone pilots that we have. And again, it's going to be the Cobra, puts his stick down and just teasing White Birch. And a very quick goal there from the Cobra.
It hits the post.
It hit the post. Well, a little bit too quick off the mark there. I thought
you were taking the Cobra home there. It does bounce off the post, so pick it up here by White Birch. Turn the defense into offense. It's going to be crisp, but taken over by Paco.
Over on the far side, there is Paco with the backhand. Paco de Narvaez, as I said, formerly an 8-goal player. Down to 6, but very much worth every 6 goals that he plays. Now a chance through the centre there. Pablo McDonough. McDonough opens his shoulder, puts a little bit of spin on that. And that one definitely just going ever so slightly wide, so not quite the target hit on that occasion by Pablo McDonough, the only 10-goaler on the field here this afternoon.
2:53 on the clock, and Richard Mille peppering the goal here in the first chucker, but still 1-1. So White Birch will control, as it looks like we had a few more White Birch players go and check for some new ponies. So we have a few new fresh legs under, looked like Mariano Getty, and it's going to be taken care of by Santiago. Well, whistle on the play. That'll stop the clock here. Looks like they're going to say uneven ride-off on the play as two players came together, and they do have a challenge on the play. So they are allowed to use their challenge whenever they like. The format, procedure based on the challenge is once the umpires have recited what the call was, not when the whistle blows, when they recite what the call was, then the players have 15 seconds to challenge. That's usually enough time before they put the ball down and line up to hit it. And in this case, they are going to challenge and use their challenge in the first half here. Risk-reward matrix, well, you got a penalty for. So if they do win this challenge, it will be a bowling way back here. So there's a lot of yardage. It all looks like you're going to stay in the center. So for me, risk-reward matrix, not a good challenge. No, I know. You got to hold that challenge. Just because it's a 5 from the center, and that's the main reason.
Exactly, Dale. And I remember you saying very cleverly, of course, and wisely that you need to pick your time when to play that challenge. So surprising here to see that challenge being made so early in this game. You would normally think maybe in the 3rd or maybe in the 5th or 6th chucker. But, well, we're not out there, Dale. Oh, that lands right on the tee. An open goal, no mistake by number 2, Facundo Llorente. Llorente there getting his first goal of the afternoon and puts his team White Birch back in the lead 2-1.
So to throw a little more salt on the wounds, you lose a challenge, then you get a penalty 5 and lose a goal. Well, so that wasn't a positive play there for the Richard Mille team.
Nope, and I'm sure they will discuss that after this chucker. And once again, White Birch winning the throw-in here. Hector Castagnola can only watch as White Birch advance closer and closer. Tocalino making it look so easy, his second of the afternoon. And all of a sudden, it was 3-1.
Santiago Tocalino watching from the number 4 position. Now he wins that ball out of the bowl in, and he will go forward. And when he does, he goes forward very quickly. Right there, gets about 5 lengths on everybody. No problem. Tack. And an easy goal. Second goal of the day, as Jan just said. And White Birch extending this lead by 2 with 1:10 on the clock.
But you know what, Dale? I think this is very much what you said also this morning. It's about possession, but especially at this level now when there is so much at stake, it's about winning those throw-ins and running with it.
Possession's so big in the World Polo League. Possession. You need to get the ball. Now it's going to be picked up once again by White Birch, stolen away, and it's going to be hit.
Castagnola will change directions. Paca there trying to take out, and he does. Santi Tocalino allowing Hector a little bit more space. Now he plays the backup, plays it across court, looking for McDonough. McDonough now didn't quite get to where he wanted. Straight away, Llorente comes in for the challenge, but McDonough surrounded there by white shirts trying to find his way through. We hear the horn in the background as Hector will pick this one up. Will he take a shot to goal? Hector Castagnola just wide.
Just wide as we click down here, and that'll end our first chucker play. So 3-1. After 1, we'll send everybody off for some fresh ponies And we'll be back. This is the 2021 World Polo League Palm Beach Open. And you're watching Chucker TV.
An active lifestyle means you never stop moving. That's why only Theragun devices are designed to release your body's deepest muscle tension, so you can do the things you love. Land that pose, hit that final rep, taste success, and do it all over again. You only have one body. Make it a TheraBody.
The world's best polo in your pocket. Chucker TV, the only app you'll need to watch polo. The world's best polo in your pocket.
Chucker TV, the only app you'll ever need to watch polo.
Welcome back, everybody, to Chucker TV in the World Polo League. Dale Schwedge, Jan Edick, Frank Yan. First Chucker action, 3-1. Tell us about the players.
Well, first of all, Richard Mille, of course, with Mark Ganzi, who was the only man to score in that first chukker, a very early goal. Castagnola narrowly missing that second one, which would have been nice to go into that first break, of course, of the afternoon. So Castagnola at number 2, playing off 8 goals, and then we have Pablo McDonough, who just now also was surrounded by 3 defending players, not maybe able to get his first shot on target. Paco de Navai, as we've seen him throughout this tournament, a solid back there, playing off 6 goals. Remember, formerly 8 goals. White Birch, the clues in the name of the colour of their shirts. They are playing in white. Chris Brandt, a very, very solid 0 at front. Of course, a goal getter. Number 2, then the man who also has already scored, Facundo Llorente. He scored in that first chukker. Mariano Aguirre, the first of the 2 8-goalers. And Santi Toccolino hitting the target twice, playing the number 4, also of 8 goals. Players are back after a quick pony change. Chukker number 2. Hope you've settled in nicely this afternoon. It is a glorious afternoon here at Grand Champions Polo Club. And as you said, Dale, coming, of course, this afternoon from White Birch, which is just around the corner. Good afternoon also, a living legend who's made his way all the way from the United Kingdom to be with us, Mr. John Halswell. Great to see you here, sir, as we now go back to the action. Castagnola just holding off there a little bit. We'll send that ball through the centre. A little bit too far over to the right-hand side. A lot of work here for McDonough, who will try and keep it in play, but I think he puts that one over the back line. A little bit of a pressure play there for McDonough as that ball came from Castagnola.
Yeah, bad luck there as that rolls off, and this is what those possession plays we've been talking about. Yan, you got to be careful of the possession plays, and all these little ones, out of bounds on the knock-in, out of bounds on the sideline, winning bowl-ins, penalty 5s. It's going to come into play here, as those possessions will make the difference. And it looks like we are having some conversation. Now, I'm sure the number 3, McDonough, is the captain of the Richard Mille team, so they do designate the captains to decide who can speak with the mounted officials. In this case, I'm sure that is Pablo. And so they're going to talk about this one or decide where it was or what went on there. As the ball looked like it went out of bounds on a knock-in. They're doing a re-hit. So we'll check with our third man. I guess we do have a re-hit. Is that what's going on there, Steve? Do we have any reason why? So we don't. Okay, so no reason why, just another re-hit. So there's a ton of information for you guys. On the re-hit, here we go, though. On the fly, and they're looking for Facu.
Llorente just holds back, allowing his number 3, Aguirre, to go in situ. Get into situ. There came the pass. Oh, nicely weighted there, letting the ball come to him. A little shot there, deep out of the saddle. Nice and a very difficult angle, and he hits the target. What a great play there by the number 3, Mariano Aguirre, now also getting his first here this afternoon.
Yeah, Mariano, former 10-goal player on 8, and you got to be careful of the general. He will get it done out there. He's won so many championships. Just call about it. He's been there. And there's another perfect example. Remember, both teams here, 8 players on the field. You will see 4-man rotation on the white, on the black, back to the center on the bowling. We'll switch directions for any of you new viewers. That's what we do here in the game of polo. On the pickup, on the melee, and it's going to be Pablo.
For the first time now, it's going to be Richard Mille winning that throw-in because so far White Birch have done very, very well. That's also reflected by the score. 4-1. Castagnola there gets the ball over the halfway line. The Cobra shouting he wants it. He's going to leave this one behind. McDonough now. Takes a little bit of pace out of the game. Just checking up to look where he can play it to. In comes the first challenger there in the form of Mariano Aguirre. But McDonough just weaving his way through those white shirts until eventually there was one too many players there. White Birch with Facundo Llorente turning things around very quickly. There's the backhander from the Cobra, Mark Ganzi. Nicely met and picked up by Castagnola. Now Castagnola, Dale, as we know, a very, very quick player. Gets a little bump there from the number 3, from Mariano Aguirre. We have a whistle on that play.
And you're right there, Yan. You're talking about lightning quick when it comes to hit the Castagnola, so they're going to keep an eye on him. If you notice, they're going to try to jump on him as quick as possible. So try to cut the angle on the kid. You got to do it, because if he gets around the corner, he could have problems. 2 mountain officials are going to ride together and chat about this one. Check and see what they're talking about here. And that ball did go down in the corner here. We are at the White Birch Polo Field at the moment. So the White Birch Polo Field. And discussion on the field. Looks like going to be, they're talking ball placement. So they're going to challenge the ball placement. So they'll take that, throw that into the booth and challenge the ball placement in the corner down there. They had a foul where everyone congested on top of each other. And it looks like they're going to bring this out to a penalty 3. And, well, challenge the ball. Both teams are going to challenge, so they're going to lose their challenge. Oh, they challenge the foul. Oh, and then they asked the third man. Okay, so we got a challenge on the foul, so they lose their challenge on the foul. And they asked the third man about the ball placement, which had dropped it at a penalty 3. So it's going to be Castagnola.
Heta takes a swing and puts that one wide. You can see he's not happy with his own performance there. Well, Richard Mille, I don't know if they're showing signs of maybe weakness, but so far, I've got to say, White Birch, now remember, White Birch playing off a total of 23 goals here. They did that once before, up against a very strong 26-goal team, and at the moment, they are in command here.
Yeah, you said it, and also remember now, both teams out of challenges for the first half, so even Steven on the knock-in there, but I do agree with you, Yan. The White Birch team definitely playing a little stronger at the moment, not making as many mistakes on the far side, Paco.
De Navai out on his own. Now, of course, you can always rely on him. Navai immediately surrounded. They know that he is also a very dangerous and a very, very strong player they need to get a grip on. Gets a support. And that, to me, looks once again like Castagnola. No. Yeah, it was Castagnola. Up against a wall of white shirts. Paco de Navai will try and send it back into the mix on the near side. And this time, will he hit the target? No mistake this time. Castagnola. Pablo McDonough. Pablo McDonough. I thought it was Pablo McDonough.
It was Pablo McDonough.
Thank you. Pablo McDonough there getting a very cheeky little goal there at 3:28. And, of course, the whistle will sound any second now, which will be the official call for a courtesy change. There it is. So 3:22. McDonough getting his, and I'm sure a very important goal here for Richard Mille. 2-4 they trail. We're in the second chukker.
Yeah, you need that one, and that was a perfect play. As we were sitting there talking about them, maybe the White Birch team being a little stronger one moment, then Richard Mille turns it around and grabs a quick goal, but a lot of pole to be left here. Yeah, I mean, second chukker action, 3:22 on the clock, and both of these teams, powerhouse teams when it comes to horsepower and the four-legged athlete. So a little bit of still cat and mouse, feeling each other out, and, both. Biggest thing is both challenges being used by both teams early, and
surprising.
Well, I like the challenge from White Birch a little bit better, just based on you were going to see an open goal penalty. So if they do win that one, they take that penalty away, and they get a bowl in. But when it came to Richard Mille, it was going to be a 5 from the center. So in some ways, a 5 from the center is not that big of an offensive play. Now, Santiago Tocolino, we saw him hit one from there. So, it does give a bit of advantage, but it's not like giving a 60, a 30, or a 40, or a 30.
Exactly. Players, I think, more or less back on the field. Let's have a quick head count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, they're all back there. 3-22 then, 4-2 after that goal from Pablo McDonough. Coming back and bringing his team, Richard Mille, back in the game. But, here it is again, Dale. We're talking about possession. And this has got Chris Brandt's name on it. Chris Brandt now, he's been waiting for this. Brandt needs to be careful. McDonough coming in for the challenge. Brandt trying to send a cut shot there as Ganzi will send that one against the sideboards. Timed it just right. Checks. And we'll try and run away with this one. And, he gave it to the opposition there. You could hear him not happy there again. Oh, a whistle on that. Well, Heta clearly on that line. In came Santi Tocolino.
Super fast play here by the number 2 in the black shirt. He's going to catch the white jersey falling across the right-of-way to the near side. And that ball was stolen perfectly by Mariano. Very clean play there on the Cobra. And then a quick little snap play by Heta. And Heta needed to go to the speed stick there to close that window in between him and the white jersey that was falling across the right-of-way. Now, on the screen, you might think he makes a clean near side play, but he does switch from left to right, goes to the near side on that little back shot, and that's where Castagnoli catches him on the right-of-way violation. And they're about 10 yards off the center, so they're going to bring that damn ball down for a 60-yard shot, and we're going to have penalty 4.
So a very important phase now here in this second Chaco to come back within 1 goal. Heta, of course, having missed an earlier similar situation on the other side of the field. Let's see if he can do it all right now. I'm sure he can. And this one is definitely lofted high in the sky. Let's look at the goal judge. Well, he's put that one wide again, Dale.
Third penalty shot, actually shot on goal because we had one penalty 6 on the safety that he missed earlier, and now a 3 and a 4. So Richard Mille needs to dial in the penalty shots a bit more here, but still 4-2, close polo.
White Birch will get things underway again with a knock-in from their own back line. Looking there for Mariano Aguirre, who's kind of there left on his own. A little backhander. Nicely picked up. Tocolino now going up, wants it back. A lot of space here. Only Pablo McDonough there just staying with Aguirre. There is the pass. And he's going to have to pick this one up on the near side. He does, and he wanted to send it. Oh, nicely done to Santi Tocolino. And another whistle.
A great whistle here by Federico Martelli, right on the line, catching Santiago Tocolino, falling across the ball. Actually, kind of a half turn around the ball. And you can see Paco on the right of way there. No one up front, nowhere to go with that ball. They'll drop it at center. So a 20-yard move, but possession of the ball. Big possession here. We talk about possession, Jan. This game's going to come down to a lot of possessions. Whichever team has the opportunity to score more goals and have possession are going to be able to, I think, edge this game out.
I think you're absolutely right there. The ball being teed up there. Paco de Narvaez. And I'm pretty sure he will be the man to take it. Play has been called. So, of course, as soon as he touches that ball, the clock will run down. We're down to the last 2 minutes and 6 seconds. And I'm pretty sure Richard Mille would love to get at least 1, if they can, ideally 2, to go into the next break, which, as I say, is in a little over 2 minutes. Play is called. Paco sends a long ball. They all seem to be sending them a little bit further afield than the target. A nice open backhander from Aguirre. Looking there for Brandt, but he was a little bit too slow off the mark. The ball lands once again at Paco de Narvaez. He will cut in. Opens the shoulder, and he will send another deep ball down. The Cobra in front of goal, and it's cleared under the neck. Great defensive play there by Mariano Aguirre. Out to the far side they go. Lorente. Aguirre coming back as well. Oh, he's got a man on. You see Richard Mille now. You were talking about possession. Well, they're standing deep. They want to press, of course. They want to force the error from White Birch. They will do anything they can to try and get possession back, turning defensive into offensive play. And this is how that can work. As McDonough will pick this one up first on the near side. Still McDonough checks. A little half shot, if you will, a half swing shot. And McDonough timed it just right, Dale.
Pablo slamming on the brakes over there, and Facundo Llorente, he's there trying to make a play, but Pablo sneaks it through his horse's legs there. I don't know how he got it done. But to the far post, now roll in. Look at this, with 1 minute left here in the second chukker of play, 1 goal difference as we come back to center and line them up on, penalty on the play, so we're going to get a technical foul called. And so they'll bring that ball to center. Remember the technical here in the World Polo League game. They will drop the ball center based on the technical. They have the ability to move the ball as close as they want to the goal, but usually any kind of minor technical, they will drop that ball center. And now usually with White Birch team from here on out, they'll move them closer to the goal. So penalty 5B in favor, and it's going to be Paco de Navarre.
Navarre now, he will, I'm sure, with 1 minute and 2 left, will drill that one as far as he can down the field. They're looking for the equaliser. It's going to go out to the left-hand side. Maybe the wind just getting the better of that ball. There is a slight breeze here. Nothing really to write home about, but there is maybe the further up you go, a slightly stronger breeze up there. So just going out to the left. White Birch will have possession, and I'm sure they will do everything they can to keep possession going into the next chukker. 38 seconds left to go. And that means another few seconds before we hear that first horn.
Yeah, and I thought that's what we're going to see there, though, Jan, because, up by a goal here, end of the chukker, and that second half of that second chukker was all Richard Mille. So not a bad place to hold that ball, take a nice turn, have possession when you leave. Remember what I said, Jan, possession, possession, possession. And now they're going to start the third chukker with a possession. So a good call here by Mariano Oghetti, the captain, to go ahead and send his team off for fresh legs. And we'll be right back. Third chukker action, 4-3, World Polo League, Palm Beach Open.
Guess I got my swagger back.
Welcome back, Chukker TV, third chukker action. Yeah, 4-3. It was Wild White Birch early. First chukker, all White Birch. And then it kind of went back and forth. Missed penalties. 4. 3 missed. A 6, a 3, and a 4 missed by Richard Mille. Those are big ones in this one. And no goal shot penalties missed or taken by White Birch. They have their 4 goals from the field. And we have the Cobra, who was successful in a penalty too. But again, at the end of that second chukker, it was all Richard Mille, and that makes a big difference, and that's where you get this 4-3. Make sure you join Yan and I at halftime, as we will break down the first half a bit more, talk about the teams. What do you think?
Well, as you were just saying, Taylor, I very much agree with you. I think Richard Mille, they got off to what looked like a good start with Mark Ganzi scoring that first goal. And then they had a little bit of a dip, but they regrouped very, very quickly. McDonough hitting the target twice. And I think that composure, which Richard Mille, of course, are known for. Remember, they have already won 2 tournaments here of the WPL season this year, the All-Star Challenge and the Founders Cup. And I would be very surprised if Mark Ganzi and his team are not looking to make it 3 in a row. Never been done before, of course. So Richard Mille now very much playing their game, got their rhythm going. But I don't want to take anything from White Birch, who also, of course, with Santi Toccolino hitting the target twice, Facundo Llorente and Mariano Aguirre. It's going to be a tough game here for both of these two teams. Remember, it all comes down to who is going to be playing in the semi-finals, which are coming up on Thursday. We have a lot of great polo, of course, brought to you by Chucker TV this week. On Thursday, as I said, the two semi-finals, which, of course, will be the result of, wow, this game ends later on this afternoon. Friday, then, we have a 12-goal top pony game coming to you on your screens. And also on Friday, we have two semi-finals of the 50,000 12-goal national. A very important by elimination. But now let's go back and watch Hector Castagnola. He wants to do everything right this time, and he does. Just slam that one. And I think, Dale, you know why he did that? Because of those missed penalties from earlier on.
Yeah, no. This kid's ready to go. Don't worry, he'll miss some, but he's going to make up a bunch more. Right there, meeting Santi Toccolino to start this one off way downtown on the south side of the field. And when he gets loose, get out of the way. Hector Castagnola sets that one up on the far side. Perfectly set up and a perfectly executed next shot to get the equalizer, 4-4 with 6 minutes on the clock.
Ball's back in play. White Birch coming out on top, winning this. There's the near side backhander from Toccolino, intercepted by, but I think we already had a player there with the number 3, Mariano Aguirre, already firmly established on said line.
Yeah, bad luck there for Hector. He had his helmet down. He was looking at the ball, didn't see Mariano already on the right-of-way there, so an easy call here for the Mount officials. And that's going to put them here just about 2 yards on their side, shooting that goal here. And we've already seen Santiago Toccolino drain one. So this guy has the ability. He is in range here at the White Birch Polo Farm. And they're going to have a little bit of a polo huddle. I like to mic up Mariano here. That's what I need to start doing for the future. Miking up the captains. Man, that might be interesting conversation.
It would. Now, you see the way he's teed up that ball. I think you might be right there, Dale. He's teed it up in such a way that he wants to obviously get it airborne. Couple of swings there just to get the motion going. Here we go then. What's he going to have up his sleeve here? Play is called 5:56. Here it comes. Special delivery, but again, just taking it out to the left-hand side. That seems to be the run of the day here this afternoon.
Yeah, now we have a breeze blowing from the east, from the southeast, Shams, actually blowing into our faces, blowing your hair back just perfectly to set you up here as you look at the field. So anybody taking a picture from the other side, you're going to look tremendous.
Well, let's hope they don't, because I've got a bad hair day today, Dale. Paco Denavai getting things underway for Richard Mille. Just takes his time, sends it across the field, looking and finding Pablo McDonough. A lot of space here now. What I always enjoy so much about, especially the WPL, is very often it's just 2 or 3 shots to goal. A little combination, what I call the crisscross of the field here, looking for an available player. And Gansey here couldn't control it, and we had another whistle, Dale.
Yeah, reaching on the call, and they might let him get out of there if he gets a hold of it because of the timing play. It is one of those timing plays, but he was coming from left to right. So you were going to catch him on the reach, and 9 times out of 10, if you go to reach for a ball and you do not make contact or be able to carry it into the next possession, you're going to get whistled up. The other day, I saw Perotto. He went for one, and he missed it going forward, then he snapped the back shot, and I think it was Mariano Aguirre who once told Steve Lane, how's it reaching? I'm hitting a tail shot. I got to reach back to hit the tail shot. So in a way, they are right.
Yes, absolutely. I agree with you. Now,
that's what's the first play, though. Can't make the first play going forward.
Absolutely. Let's go back to the action, and it's all happening over on the far side of the field. White Birch coming out on top, but the pressure very much on here from Richard Mille on the near side. Still, Toccolino being pressed further and further. Castagnola. Toccolino turning. Castagnola needs to now, of course, clear. He does so. Toccolino, what's he going to do now? He'll cut in on the inside. He's got Aguirre going up, anticipating a pass, and another whistle on that play, Dale.
Well, they're going to call blocking here, and that's one thing they have talked about going into the tournaments as we grow here during the season is the blocking. They want the defenders to pull out as quick as possible, and the conversation has been if the players pull out quicker from blocking, then you won't have delay a game. You want to speed the game up? Well, the first thing is first, and that's to get the defender to move out of the way. And then Martelli's just going to say he's not moving out quick enough. And so they're going to move this one down. And this is going to be a big move. So it's going to be an opportunity now for the White Birch team.
Well, exactly as you say, Dale. Of course, the WPL very much geared and designed around not promoting negative play. That is what you would call a negative play, the stop of the flowing. So 4:32, some of the players going for an early courtesy change, if that indeed is what they're doing. Normally we give that courtesy change, or the umpires give that round about halfway through a chukker, give or take 20, 30 seconds. 4:32 on the clock, 4 goals apiece, but this game now really heating up, of course. And as you said, Dale, they are fighting for every inch of the field.
Yeah, third chukker actually has been a defensive battle since the first minute of it. And with 4:32 on the clock, Mariano will gather the troops, as we say, as they come in. And it looks like I'm talking to every one of the players, putting them in position. He is the Supreme General, and he does a great job on that. And, well, no challenges on the play. Hence, I say, Jan, this is why you save them.
Exactly.
Because if you wanted to go ahead and challenge here, you might have been to challenge the ball placement. It was a big move. You might lose it, but might be a good challenge. The challenge earlier, and you would save a penalty for.
Yes.
And hence they did just would have saved a 5 earlier, and that's my point on saving the challenges.
So Toccolino now. Let's hope the breeze, which is all of a sudden seems to getting a little bit stronger. I'm sure he will have noted that. Toccolino, Santi Toccolino, looking for goal number 3 on his account, and he didn't get that one, or didn't hit that one the way he'd have liked, but the ball is still in the danger zone. Paco de Navai coming out on that. A player turning on the ball there right in front of goal.
And they're going to go take it over. So Paco's going to meet Mariano Aghetti in the blocking mode. Mariano got stuck in there, actually. He actually hit it off his cane. It went right underneath his horse. Bad luck for Mariano. And he could not get out of the way. Everybody moving forward. The river is flowing forward, so they're going to move that ball to center. I like the ball placement. And they are moving the ball today. Basically, how they moved the last ball, they moved that ball. It was about 40 yards off the center, and they moved it to a 60. So this is a big move. And now the shoe is on the other foot, and it'll be Paco to do the honors for Richard Mille.
Play is called. He's just standing there. Looks like he's just going to tap it in a little bit. Wants to maybe get a little bit closer. The first man he's going to have to get past is Facundo Llorente. Llorente keeping his eyes on him. Paco sends it out to the 10-goaler Pablo McDonough. Now, we know how quickly he can snap a ball and send it through the post. Where's that going to go? Pablo McDonough just slightly wide again.
So a little set play there on the 5B, and they find Pablo to the outside. He has tons of time, nobody defending him, and I'd love to get that one back because that ball just skipped about 3 yards wide to the right, and now they'll line up for the knock-in. Let's see if White Birch can get a positive possession. It's going to be Santiago.
Toccolino once again, the driving force there with the number 4. Leaves that one, gives it to Aguirre. Aguirre back to Toccolino. Toccolino now looking at the front there for Llorente. Chris Brandt also in the thick of it. He just holds back now. Chris Brandt, a man who can read the play very, very well. And again, unfortunately here, Chris Brandt coming across that right of way on which Pablo McDonough had already firmly established himself. A little bit unlucky there for Chris Brandt because he did well reading that play the way he did.
Yeah, very similar call that they called on the Cobra earlier as he fell from right to left. Or left to right, actually, this time for Chris over the right-of-way, reaching back a little bit. But another play where you got to go for it there, and if nobody's on the right-of-way, you're off to the races. But in that case, such as the Cobra was, you had Pablo coming down, following the ball on the right-of-way. Player following the ball always has a right-of-way. And so Pablo was following that ball. They'll drop this ball about 40 yards off the center. And it looks like McDonough is going to have a bit of a polo huddle with his team. And we're going to go ahead and remove some debris from the field. Yeah, they got that removed, and here we go.
It's going to be Paco de Navai. Taps it in. Wants to maybe just get it over the halfway line. You can see, again, pressing out to the left-hand side. There are two to choose from. Nicely picked up there. Flick of the wrist from the 10-goaler. He goes round the outside. Again, Pablo McDonough now on the approach. Chris Brandt needs to be very careful here. Umpires there. I was going to say being very lenient, but the whistle came a little late, but it came.
Yes, a late whistle on the play, and you got to give it up to the horsepower there. 4-late athlete running and gunning, Pablo McDonough. And, again, you can go ahead and discuss it all you want, but guess what? you don't have any challenges.
No. And this is what you've mentioned earlier, Dale. This is why, I mean, I'm learning from you about these challenges, and it makes so much sense to think about when you play that card.
It's a huge, huge play. You need to keep it in your pocket for certain plays, and, you got to be careful. And first chucker challenges are we don't allow that.
What are they, Dale? Okay. Dale,
Can't do those. Those. I want everyone to go to sleep tonight thinking on the first chucker. Every captain out there, listening up, guys. Listen up there. Do not challenge in the first or the fourth chucker.
Because you'll get a... Here we go then. The Cobra. With an opportunity here to, for the first time, put his team, Richard Mille, in the lead. And he does with the coolest of strokes there. Mark Ganzi getting his second. And as I say, Richard Mille now, after they drew level, the equaliser coming there from Castagnola. It is 5-4. A little shy of 3 minutes left to play in the first half. Remember, we play 6 chuckers, of course. And as you were saying, Dale, we will break it down in the halftime interval. So make sure you stick around here on Chucker TV. 2:44.
So on that knocking there, Yan, we had Cobra being 100% on the penalty twos, and right out of that bowling, we're going to get a penalty again, and this is going to be well positioned by Chris Brandt. Chris is going to get down the field, and this could be trouble here for Richard Mille if it goes against them. Because of the positioning of Chris, they did have an option. And so they're going to go ahead and talk about this one a little bit with 2:36 on the clock. They'll right out of the bowling.
Absolutely. Now, of course, this is quite a busy afternoon here for the two umpires. And I can hear in the background here, they're consulting, of course, via walkie-talkie, the third man, I beg your pardon, the IRO in the studio, chief umpire of the WPL, Gaston Dorignac, who, of course, will be looking at the footage on a gigantic screen. And he can obviously slow that down to make sure that he gets exactly the information that he needs. As you say, the challenges have been taken by both teams. So 2:36 left to play in the third chucker. We'll have to wait and see what the umpires decide on that play.
Mixed up here, Yan. 3-1 after the first chucker, and it was Santi Tocolino with 2 and Facundo Llorente with 1. And they're going to go ahead and drop this ball at the center. So, it's a give or take there. You did have Chris downfield, but it is out of the bowling, and 90% of the plays out of the bowl are going to be from the spot right around there or the 5 because of the scrum that you're having. I like the consistency on that. Unless you really have a clean play with two guys downfield, it's tough to move that ball. So penalty 5 from the spot, 5B, Tocolino.
Santi then. Again, hits it low, as you call it a worm burner. We call it a daisy cutter, but somehow he manages to find, I thought he was going to find Llorente there. Llorente had got himself in a good position, and this could be a chance here for Richard Mille to break. McDonough, he's going to have to pick this one up himself. Tocolino in no real danger there, which is why the umpires are being very, very forgiving here, allowing Tocolino, who does well to control that ball, now up to the front, a little bit short and a bit too far out left field there for Chris Brandt to pick up. But nice to see. We mentioned that as well, Dale. Ganzi there coming in, doing the switcheroo, coming back in defence. He did a good job there, and this could be the second break here for Richard Mille. Now, this young man, Castagnola and Mark Ganzi taking out the player there, the number 3, Aguirre, to allow, which was the plan, Hector to do his thing. To the sideboards they come, and it's going to be the duel of the two, the number 3, Pablo McDonough. Leaving it there for Llorente. Llorente reaching out there was Castagnola. Castagnola, cheeky little play. Will pick that one up on the near side. Told to leave it. McDonough will pick it up. Just stick a ball it round a little bit. McDonough just waiting. He's got Castagnola just behind him. Good team play here, and he's dancing a little tango around the outside of White Birch. McDonough with a shot to goal. Paco de Navai. Ball just goes over the back line, but a nice little power play here from Richard Mille. Again, one of those that looked like a team play here, and he was very, very unlucky to be denied that goal.
Bad luck there for Richard Mille, and I like the little tango, as you said, Yan, as he did come around. I love this horse Pablo McDonough's playing. He gets him out in front, but off to the right side, and here, just under a minute left to play, and it'll be Santiago to bring it in for White Birch.
Tocolino. Everything running via Santi Tocolino. Nicely outplayed. Tocolina now with a little bit of space for himself, which he's done well. Look at that pony open up now on the fly, on the front store. Once again, Gansey coming in defense. Brandt slightly too short to pick that one up there, but he found himself in the right place. That ball just had a little bit too much power on it. Now then, what can Hector do here? Just holding back a little bit. McDonough is right behind him. Will he give it to McDonough? Will he try it himself? He's going to try it round the outside. He maybe should have teed that one up for... well, McDonough was on that line, and that whistle will be the end of the chucker. So when we come back, Dale.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, that started out just perfectly by the Cobra, snapping a 60-yard back shot, finally hit the Casanova on the move, and a nice little set play there, as Pablo did have a lesser angle when we have Mariano falling across, clear now and out. So that will leave the field with a whistle as Jan sets. We'll send them off, and stay with us. We'll be back in just a bit here for our halftime breakdown. And you're watching the Palm Beach Open Chucker TV. Okay, welcome to the halftime breakdown here. Yeah, why don't you start and I'll finish.
Well, first of all, a nice turnaround. We've seen Richard Mille coming right back into this game. We've had, I think, surprisingly, a lot of whistles this afternoon. But that is due to the fact that, of course, both of these teams want to make sure that they are back here, of course, for the semi-finals, of which we have 2 on Thursday.
Yeah, and it did look like maybe White Birch was fouling a bit more as they did come out and control the first half. It was 3-1 after the first. They came out super strong. Santiago Tocolino playing the number 4. I talked a lot about him. 8 goals. He is super, super strong. Moves the ball quickly. Loves to run through for the number 4 position. And then we have Mariano get a captain in the team, Lorente. He's been working real hard today. I like seeing when Faco gets the ball a little more. But in this game against Richard Mille, you know, you got Pablo McDonough playing the number 3, and that's going to make his job a long day just because you got to keep an eye on Pablo. He's the playmaker for the Richard Mille team. He's the captain. And now Chris Brandt doing a great job with his rotation. Chris, we talked a lot about him, his dad, Peter Brandt. And Peter was a 7-goal player for the White Birch team, has tremendous amount of wins, this guy. So many championships, Greenwich Polo Club. So shout out to Peter and everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. He's racing a lot of racehorses these days. So he's doing good on the rotation. They were strong until the third chucker where they had 2 unanswered goals, and that put them down by a goal, 5-4. On the other side, Gansey, 100% from the penalty line, doing a great job there. and doing the full rotation.
I was just going to say, yeah, we've seen him a lot come back in defence.
Yes.
An all-rounder, of course, Mark, and a goal-getter, but like I said, also a workhorse, and we've seen that. Both of them, Brandt as well, but sorry, you were saying, very much liking the way Mark is playing here.
Well, he set up the last goal, when he ran the goal there, he set up with a 60-yard back shot.
Yeah.
That got hit going forward with Pablo, and they pick up a penalty at the end of the third chukker.
Yep.
But again, they rotate well, and then you have hit to Castagnoli, who's had some opportunities, but it was a little bit loose from the penalty line early. He missed a 6, a 3, and a 4, and so he'd like to get those back. And that's where White Birch has stayed in the groove. Paco doing his thing. 6 goals, former 9-goal player playing the back. He'll stay back. He'll work it, picking up a few fouls. So still, this game right in, anybody's ball game with the 1-goal difference, Jan. And like I said, that third chukker was a defensive struggle.
Very much so. No score in that third chukker by White Birch. And as you said, just 2 goals by Richard Mille, which was the time they took over the league because they were trailing, as you say. So now let's see how White Birch, they'll be, I'm sure, talking and discussing the first 2 chukkers. Be interesting to see what strategy they're going to come back with here in the second half.
I'm sure Mariano will definitely have a strong game plan for the second half. Again, the wind has picked up a bit, and we've seen a lot of balls that have been hit. This field we're standing on right now runs north and south. So when we say east, right behind us, and that's why Jan's hair is blowing this way now, and sitting in the chairs over there we're sitting out. He's perfectly set up for pitchers. So if you like to get a picture of Jan, you need to go the other side of the field. So don't worry, Jan. They'll get some nice shots of you today. You'll be all right.
Yeah, but Dale, I only look good when you're next to me.
Well, bald guys make a lot of people look really good, so, it works that way. So, this will be a great second half. Like I said, anybody's ball game, the players are coming out. Let's get ready for the second half. Thanks for watching Chucker TV today. Let's do it. So, we got Ferrari here, Esteban. And, Jan, why don't you go through all the players just for some of our new patrons who joined us at halftime today, because we do have a lot of people join us midway through the game. So we like to just bring you back up to speed, Jan. So what do we got?
Thank you very much. First of all, a very good afternoon to you if you've just joined us. Great to have you with us, of course, here on Chucker TV. In the black shirts, a team who are very, very adamant that they want to get their second win. Their second win. They've already played 2 games. That is Richard Mille. Of course, we just spoke about him with Mark Ganzi, the number 1 position, also known as the Cobra by his fans all over the world. Then at number 2, keep an eye on that young man. He is an absolute pleasure and a joy to watch. Heta Castagnola, the 8-goaler there, also known as Camillo. And at number 3, the 10-goaler, Pablo McDonough, having already scored twice. And at number 4, you mentioned him again just now, and I love watching him play, former 9-goaler, Paco de Navai, a key player in that Richard Mille team, a driving force and a very, very solid and a continuously strong player. That is a Richard Mille, who currently lead by 5 goals to 4. White Birch, the team in the white shirts there. Chris Brandt at number 1, playing off 0 goals. And then we have a 7-goaler by the name of Facundo Llorente. And then 2 8-goalers, Mariano Aguirre and Santiago Tocalina. Now, we spoke about Santi just a few moments ago. Santi, a very, very strong man. A lot coming through him, of course. And I wonder, as I said, Dale, how are they going to fare? What are they going to do now in this second half? It's going to start off with an open goal penalty taken by Ganzi. Mark Ganzi making no mistake. And of course, as I said, not only a good man at the front when it comes to scoring goals, but as we saw and as you mentioned, a man who will also come back and do a great defensive job, a very solid and a very strong player. Mark Ganzi there getting his 3rd of the afternoon. A great way to start chukker number 4.
Yeah, Cobra started that play off in the 3rd chukker, now finishes with the penalty shot. We're going to have all the bowlage right there in front of us. Pablo
McDonough trying to make the most of that throw in, but the Cobra will pick this one up. Nicely done. A bit of wrist control there as he's left it for Llorente. He will turn. We'll leave that one for Mariano. Aguirre just holding back a second, sends it out to the right-hand side and trying to get more involvement there and capitalise and utilise that man with the number 1, Chris Brandt. who has been doing a great job so far reading the play well. He got a little bit unlucky in that previous half there when he was in more or less a similar position, crossing that line of right-of-way infringement, as it looked like Aguirre there might have been struggling with a buried ball. Gets the ball out of that divot, and it's picked up once again by Llorente. There comes the powerful near-side backhander into the lap nearly there of the Cobra. Wow. Why?
Yeah, I mean, easy call there. I mean, Mariano was all up inside. He had him off in the uneven at the beginning, so I think he just went to try to get away with that one. But that's an easy call, as he had him held there, and so he needs to give one play there. They'll move his full center though with 6:05, so no harm, no done there. And with 6-4 here in our fourth chucker action, and they'll line it back up. And remember what I said, Jan, whichever team gets the most possessions today, they're going to edge this one out.
I think you're absolutely right there, Del. So from the centre, and I'm sure once again as we watch Paco de Navai teeing up that ball, the umpire's called play. Another little group huddle there. The quarterback, Pablo McDonough, just out to the left-hand side. Now we saw a similar team action play a little bit earlier on. Now what's Paco got up his sleeve this time? Llorente. Well, they're doing the same that they did earlier out to the left-hand side. Now then, McDonough, but and they read it well. White Birch coming in straight away to shut this attacking play down. And once again, he's through as the Cobra will tuck in behind the 10 goal. A little swing of the wrist there. Pablo McDonough shaves the front of the goal mouth. A swing and a miss there by White Birch. This could cost them dearly as Heta turns on a dime or a sixpence. And a nice little cut shot there. Well, that is elegance in motion.
Yeah, so this ball pops up in the air, and I'm going to take a look at this play as Heta did steal that ball away, and he went to hit an open shot, but it looked like it popped straight up in the air, and that ball might have been wide. And, yeah, so we're going to get the low flag as we saw the high flag. Now we're going to get the low flag, and it'll be a knock-in in favor of White Birch.
So they were a little bit unlucky there. I mean, it was a great play, and he might have just gotten robbed. As White Birch now will get things underway here. Nice long ball up to the front, looking for a little bit too long there for Facundo Llorente, as McDonough will send it back, looking for Heta Castagnola, but Tocolino. And Heta there are very much not happy with the umpire's silent whistle, as Tocolino will be looking to send this one up to Llorente. Here it comes, Llorente with a lot of space, but now going back. You were talking about the old switcheroo. Here it is once again. McDonough clears it. He saw Paco de Navai, the only man in with a little bit of space. He knew he had a man on. Aguirre was there right with him. And another whistle as Gansey came charging down the line.
The Cobra getting a lot done on the polo field today, and when I say that, I'm not talking about hitting the ball forward, but scoring goals on the penalties, hitting back shots, and now hustling to pick up penalties. And remember what I said, Jan. What did I say?
You said possession, possession, possession.
Right, so possessions are big. So all these little fives are going to be a big part of possessions. And when you can control the ball in a tight game, it's definitely going to help you to try to edge out another team. 4:46 on the clock, and I don't think they're taking a courtesy change here, even though Santiago Tocolino is going to go ahead and change his pony. And I think it was Paco de Navai. He went off. So he's having a attack time down there, it looks like. So Santiago's just going to go ahead and switch one up really quick. And you will still see a courtesy change, or maybe they're the only two that wanted to go, because we've seen a couple earlier courtesy changes here today. Horse is very fit, so the courtesy change, well, not as big as it is in the beginning of the season, and at the end of the season. In the middle of the season right now, everybody's so fit. All these horses, just four-legged athletes, so beautiful, and as you can tell, the ability and the grace of all of them around the field. Mariano's going to go ahead and get his team lined out here, and they just got to get that mojo back.
Uh-oh, another whistle. This could suggest possibly another technical here. So,
technical. Anytime the arm goes up like that, that is a technical, and then we'll see where they decide on this one. And you might carry this one down. Remember now, we've already had one. We had one earlier at the 5, and as I explained to you earlier, that ball, they will move them down. After you receive one, they'll move them down, and now, the next one could be a 3 or a 4, could be a 3 or 2 or a 3. So, it's a team deal. It's not people. not each player. So each team, one player can get one, and then out of 5, next player can get one, moves to a 4. And, you just got to get a grip.
Well, we could possibly see here for the first time a 3-goal advantage. Remember, Richard Mille were trailing by 2 at the end of the first chukker. They're now, of course, leading by 2 in the 4th. And if they can convert here now, Dale, they might be just setting, the default setting here to take this all the way. There's going to be Hector Castagnola taking a long run up here to the ball, just waiting for the umpire to call play. Castagnola, like I say, it is always a pleasure watching him play. Castagnola then, here we go, play has been called. Now remember, 30 yards they must allow as a distance here from the striking player. Castagnola. Well, he sent that one to the heavens, and that one will go through, no mistake. I hope you didn't park your car behind that hedge, Dale.
I did not park behind the hedge. That's going to go wide, though, but the flag judge says that. But remember, the umpire has the ability to overrule. Always has the ability, and, it's not an easy job, the goal judge. And sometimes those very high shots like that, if you look up in the sky, look up there, Ed. Yeah. See those clouds up there?
I see the moon.
Well, it can be tougher for somebody closer to the goal. Someone behind the goal, 60 yards, makes it a little bit easier based on the distance and the physics involved and everything. So here we go. It's going to be on the run. Cobra overrides, leaves it 4. Oh, it's going to be Facu.
Llorente with a clear run to goal now. Checks. He's got Chris Brandt behind him, but I believe we might have had a whistle before that play, Dale.
No, I don't believe so. It's a non-call on the play. No whistle on the play. And it just Richard Mille team not liking the play, so they're going to play on here. And that's going to get it back within a goal.
Very important goal, very important goal. Now I think we're going to have that courtesy change. 5 goals to 6. They have 45 seconds to get on a fresh pony, Dale. And let's see how they play for the remaining just shy of 4 minutes.
Yeah, so back and forth by both teams here with 3:53 on the clock. To be precise, and we're going to get, 7 out of 8 players, as Paco did change earlier when there was 4:46 on the clock. So Paco, no need to change. Facu Llorente on the move down there to score for White Birch to get their 5th, and they needed a goal there. They did not score in the 3rd chukker, so now they get the mojo going.
Very much so. Surprising, of course, but 26-goal polo, Dale. The best polo anywhere in the world outside of Argentina, and what better place than right here in southern Florida, the home of champions where they're born, like yourself, born, raised and bred. Dale, of course, we should really do an interview with you because you have also so many titles and so many strings to your bow. Of course, an umpire, a very, very good and very gifted commentator known around the world and surrounding planets, and it is an honor to be sitting alongside you, Dale.
Oh, we love having you in. Thanks for all the love and all the beautiful words there, my man. This is a good one here. Now, we got a ball game. What a match we got going on all the way out the backside. Facu.
But a nice gesture here by Santi Toccolino, giving the man back to Paco de Narvaez. That is true sportsmanship. A game here played by gentlemen. And that is Richard Mille on the attack. Nicely taken, going flat out. The 10-goaler, McDonough topped that one slightly, slams on the brakes. Will try and redeem himself. Yeah, something just dropped, Dale. Did you feel that as well?
Yeah, there's monkeys in the trees, but no one can see them here on Chucker TV. But don't worry, they won't mess with the program. Here we go.
Under the neck shot from McDonough, and again, just a couple of inches. I call that a Remington, a very, very close shape, but a great positioning play once again by Richard Mille. Turning up the heat, putting the pressure on. They want that cushion back.
Yeah, the ambassador of Richard Mille, Pablo McDonough, almost picking that one up. And as he said, very, very close. It will be Santiago once again.
On the move, Toccolino. Nice long ball down the field, but it's going to be, again, the 10-goaler sending it right back. He's found Paco de Narvaez, but coming across was Toccolino again. To the disbelief there of the umpire, of the player, Paco de Narvaez could have sworn that was his line. But you see, he doesn't complain. He gets on with the job at hand.
Super, super focused guy.
As they go through the centre here, White Birch with a shot, Toccolino, and now Paco will pick this one up. He might just hold back a little bit because he knows there's nobody back home to play, as he sends that one nicely into the run of Mark Gansey. Gansey knows he's got Hector in front. He will leave that one to the 10-goaler now. Hector, what's he going to do here on the near side? Try to send it through the uprights there. Difficult shot to do going at that pace, of course, and I think the ball was bouncing ever so slightly, and we have a whistle.
Yeah, so that's a great play here by the captain, Mariano Aguirre. He knew that he had the next ball no matter what, as Mark Gansey, the Cobra, on the left side of Chris Brandt. Ball being on Chris's offside, so they just fall right in behind him there, and he calls him off the ball to leave the ball for him. Mark's going to go and try to steal it away. Not a bad play by the Cobra. You might as well go for it. 9 times out of 10, they're going to leave that ball at a penalty 5 and maybe have enough distance to make that play. Not knowing if you do or not, you might as well try to make it.
Yep.
Based on you're just going to line up now and try to knock this one down, try to win this defensive play here on the penalty 5A.
Nice long ball up to the front, looking for Mariano Aguirre. Aguirre running into some traffic. It's a 2-man horse race here. Aguirre will try and take a swing at that one. Paco de Navarre there pulling the handbrake as well as the the pedal brake there. A nice ball up again. Now then, Tocalino on the near side. Nicely taken by the Cobra. Sent back along the sideboards, hovering there waiting for an unforced error. Was the number 3. De Navarre will send it back, looking for the 10-goaler. Needs to be careful not to cross that line. He did well. You do sometimes really do need eyes in the back of your head as Llorente, Facundo Llorente now will try and find a little gap. A sword fight going on there as Hector Castagnoli came in for the challenge. What happened there, Steve?
He's over top, but he hooked him.
Well, that's a little discussion going on here on the sidelines exactly how we saw that foul. So we're just going to have to wait and see on this one what the umpires made of that. It looked like a straightforward hook there, but we're hearing that possibly Castagnola might have been over that ball already. So an opportunity and a very important one here for White Birch. Yeah, an open goal penalty, Dale.
Yeah, so over the top of the ball, which, I'm going to go back and forth on this one. I mean, it's you could call that. It looked to me like he made the hook and then went over the top of the ball. You'd have to look at the tape to really slow that one up, but they're going to say that he was over top of the ball when he made the hook. So that's why you're getting the open goal penalty, and that one's going to hurt. So that's going to get the equalizer here, 6-6 with 1:14 on the clock, and they'll come back center.
Nice conversion there. Goal number 3 for Santiago Tocalino. As you said, Dale, the equalizer. A minute left to play in Chukka number 4. Well, 6 goals apiece. It is going to come down to the wire. 2 more Chukkas, of course, ahead of us, awaiting you, of course, at home. We hope you're enjoying the action here on Chukka TV, coming today from White Birch. Grand Champions Polo Club, of course, the host of this, the 3rd of our 4 WPL tournaments. Winners of the 2 previous ones. Oh, that could be a buried ball. It's taken out very quickly. This is what I mean. He is so quick. Hector Castagnola on the near side. There comes the drill back up to the front door. Castagnola will try and pave the way clear for McDonough, but nice defensive play from Mariano Aguirre. Horn has gone. The last few seconds, 20 to be precise, left to play in this Chukka. Paco de Navarre, little backhander, feeds it back to McDonough. McDonough now on a clear run to goal. Pablo McDonough with a little bit of South American flair will end Chukka number 4, putting his team back in the lead, 7 goals to 6.
Super play by the ambassador, Richard Mille, to finish it off. Nice give and go from Paco de Navarre. That's the way you finish the Chukka. Grab the lead back, 7-6. So, stay with us. We'll be back. 5th Chukka action, Chukka TV.
To be able to come here and play a course such as this, it's a great experience. Probably the best tee gift I've ever received, so, and that's no lie. My wife actually gave me a pair for Christmas before I played in the tournament, so this will be my 3rd pair, so I'm looking forward to it.
Over the calf, 17 and a half. Seeing 43.5.
We make a personal pattern for everybody, and that takes a lot of different points on a body to draft a pattern.
I have at least 7 or 8 pair. Great golf course, and get a pair of blue jeans out of the deal is freaking awesome.
The down for that is 17.25.
Was it about 32?
Yep, you nailed it.
Same thing you've been wearing since high school.
6.5.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thanks so much for being here, and good luck today on the course.
We will do a true shotgun start today, so good luck today, and y'all have a great time.
People aren't accustomed to getting a gift like custom pants at a golf tournament, but for clubs that do offer that to their members, it's been a success every time because it's so unique, it's so different, and it's an American-made product that's custom. You get measured for it, you get to design it and pick it. Who doesn't like that?
Getting a pair of jeans from Blue Delta is a great gift, something unique, something that they normally wouldn't get that they really appreciate.
Welcome back, everybody. Fitz Chucker Action. Yeah, Nick Frank.
And Mr. Dale Schwetz in the house this afternoon, coming to you, of course, live on Chucker TV. We are at White Birch as part and parcel of a very, very important game here to see who is going to be in the semi-finals, of course, on Thursday. Remember to tune in on Thursdays. You can go to gcpolo.com. Click on a schedule where you will know exactly what time we will be on air. Yet to be decided. We've been hearing rumours possibly 10 o'clock on Thursday, slightly earlier than the normal 11 o'clock game, and then in the afternoon, of course. But let's not also forget to mention to you that we have 2 very important semi-finals by elimination. Of course, 5 teams entered 2 semi-finals on Friday for the $50,000 National 12-goal. Very interesting polo, of course, Dale. Even though it's 12-goal, I think these guys very often play well above 12-goal.
Yeah. We see some amazing games, Jan. And look at this. So this has been another amazing game right here. So let's get back to the action. Big ball by Pablo, and he's got Heta on the move.
Castagnola in front of goal, could make it 8 goals to 5. Well, a matter of what, 14 seconds there, Dale. 14 seconds as that little snap coming from McDonough, feeding the ball up nicely to Castagnola. And all of a sudden, it is 8 goals to 6 in favour of Richard Mille as they come back to the centre.
Yeah, power polo at its finest right there. Win the ball in. Pablo McDonough knows that he's got Heta already on the move. Hits him on the fly like the NFL quarterback to the wide receiver. And that's an easy goal and super fast, like you said here, for Richard Mille. Heta.
Nicely done. Looking for McDonough. McDonough now, they're on a roll all of a sudden, Dale, but you know what is exactly what you said. Possession. They are winning the throw-ins. They are running with it. They're not wasting any time, and all of a sudden everything just seems to click like a Swiss timepiece, which of course is what Richard Mille. Did you like that one?
Yeah, I love that one. Especially for Richard Mille. Super timepiece.
And that ball just ever so slightly going out over the back line. Now, well, you know, both of us now no longer sitting. We are standing.
It got us out of our chairs, man. I'm telling you, this game has done that. It'll do that. A good polo game will do that, especially one like this. So nip and tuck back and forth, and it's going to be Santiago once again.
Tocalino, the driving force there from White Birch. They have a little bit of work to do, but they will not give up. They will put up a fight. We still have plenty of time. 5:50 on the clock. As we have another whistle, and again to the disbelief there, this time Heta Castagnola. Can't quite believe what the umpires are blowing at on that one.
Yeah, they're going to catch for riding in from behind, and you need that. He's getting caught there, actually, as Mariano, so well mounted, is going to go from left to right there, and you got to give him that play, and he's going to come in from just underneath his arm to steal that ball away on the right side. And they're on the move here. Just about 20 yards off center. They've been moving the ball all day long. I'm a huge fan of moving the ball, and that's what they do here in the World Polo League. So you must watch out if you do foul, because 90% of the time they're going to get a goal shot penalty out of it, and that'll keep your you got to keep your head on right now. So right now, down by 2, huge opportunity for Santiago Tocalino with the penalty for 5:52 on the clock. Here comes Santi.
Nice calm run up here, Tocalino. Wind is Died down ever so slightly. Of course, you'll see the action there from the drone, which is right above that. And Drusty just drilled that through. Tocolino, important goal here. Making it just 1 goal, the deficit here, 8-7. Richard Mille just holding on to that very slight lead by 1 goal.
Santiago Tocolino hits the polo ball so hard, and as you can see that right there, Pablo McDonough getting a stick on it, but it could not hold the energy back, and Tocolino will pick up his fourth of the day, actually, on the bowl end. It's going to be hit to Castanolo with his another win in the bowling.
Castanelo draws it up to the front door. He's got 2 to choose from, and Pablo McDonough nearly clipped his own teammate there. At least that's what it looked like from here. Or was it Santi? McDonough now with a clear run to goal. Just needs to get the putter out. He does, sinks it. And there is that 2-goal advantage again with just under 5 minutes left to play.
And another perfect power polo play by the Richard Mille team. Hit the Castanolo, wins the bowling, finds Pablo McDonough on the move. Ganzi, the Cobra, right in there, working hard. Unselfish polo by Ganzi to take out Santiago, make him run around him. That gives Pablo time to break it back inside and pick up goal number 9 as we click down to 4:30 on the clock.
But that's what we were saying in the halftime break. Ganzi playing a very, very all-round position here today. And once again, this is a nip and tuck, as you say. McDonough, all of a sudden, McDonough and Richard Mille, and he makes it look so easy. So easy. 10-7 into double figures. Richard Mille go now, and they have a cushion of 3.
You got a possessions, Jan. I've been talking about possessions all day long. 4 out of 4 bowlings won here in the Fit Chucker by the Richard Mille team, and scoring on 3 of those. So that's the way you get control of the ball and make positive possessions out of it.
Absolutely. So, of course, a very, very fast, fiery 5th chucker, at least the first half. As the umpire, surely any second now, will blow that whistle. There it is, 3:45, as Mariano Aguirre comes back to the centre. Last courtesy change of this chucker. Well, here comes that man we were just talking about, really playing a tremendous game here this afternoon. An all-rounder up at the front, back when need be, and as you said, Dale, pushing and allowing his teammates to get to the ball to convert, and they did so very, very quickly on 3 occasions.
Yeah, as we said, everybody, all 8 players playing all over the place. I love polo games like that. And we have all different strategies. Different teams play different ways. These 2 teams just match up well that way. We talked about the Cobra, Ganzi, and Chris Brandt. They will rotate in and out, so, and you'll see that as it goes on all day here. 3-goal difference, but a lot of pole to be played. Here's on the bowl end, and you need to win one, and yeah, it's got to be Santiago Tocolino.
Tocolino with a little cut shot out to the left. I think he had Chris Brandt in the corner of his eye there, but all of a sudden it is very difficult to get through this wall of black shirts. Again, a nice drill up to the front, a little bit too steep here for Heta Castagnolo to pick up on. Instead, it will be Tocolino. Tocolino, Heta will at least give him a challenge. They turn it around from defense into offense. Tocolino loses that one. Paquet de Navai couldn't quite pick that one up. A deflection as Facundo Llorente finds himself with a little bit of space here. He's got a man behind him. There's a call to the right, but Facundo will go and just bulldoze through that Richard Mille defense now on the near side, but McDonough just put his stick down. Game over.
Yeah, no, Llorente coming through super strong on a very quick bay pony here. But now they turn the defense into offense. Mariano coming back strong. Pablo, Mariano, who's got the foot power. Now it's going to be Pablo McDonough inside the 60 yen. A little bit too far.
Yeah, a little bit too far. I think he overcooked that slightly, but you can definitely see and say that Richard Mille are on a roll here now.
Oh, rolling. You said it, very swift. Quick plays, everything happening here in the Fit Chuck with a 3-goal difference. 2:20 on the clock as White Birch will line up, and they're not going to change things. It's going to be Santiago to do the honors.
Tocolino now. Again, from the back line, everything running via him. Another nice high ball just shy of the halfway line as McDonough will controversially do what we call a millionaire shot, or a tail shot at least. Oh, nicely played from Paco de Navai, and out of the air. He couldn't quite pick that. Nice combination play. Great vision here from both of these 2 players, Paco de Navai and, of course, Pablo McDonough. Now, this time they change direction. They play it over on the far side. The Cobra Has to give that right of way as Tocolino avoids that hook, sends another one high in the sky. Chris Brandt, will he pick this one up? He's got Paco de Narvaez coming in for the challenge, takes it off him. Oh, a whistle on that play, though.
Yeah, and I like this whistle, though, because Chris Brandt is there on the offside. You cannot ride in from behind, and this is going to be a good call. And this is what Steve Lane always says. The elbow does not bend that direction, and you can see how Chris was coming for that play. And he was there before Paco, so they're going to go ahead and give him the right-of-way there. And it's going to be a open goal penalty shot. That ball's inside the 60-yard line. And so they're going to go ahead and challenge it, I guess. So they're going to use their challenge here. Now, risk-reward matrix, let's break it down. Fit chucker action. You're going to save an open goal penalty here. Or a 60, depending on where they go to market. But it was inside. It should be a penalty 3 at least. And with the shot on goal. And so they do have a challenge, and they're going to lose the challenge. So they will lose their challenge. Yeah. And the mallet was in motion. There you go. Steve Lane, our third man here, check it out. So the mallet head was in motion, so riding into the back shot. Now, let's go the other way. If Paco would have already been there, different story. You'd have two players overlapped, and then Chris would not be able to back that into his pony. But in this case, great call by the Mount officials. And wow, what a chucker we have in here, Yan.
Absolutely, and it's all going to come down to this now. The pressure is on. 1:27 left to play. An important goal if they can get it here for White Birch. I told you they were going to put up a fight till the very, very end. And 3 goals might seem like a lot, but you know, Dale, you've seen it, you've done it, you've been there. 3 goals is really just a drop in the ocean as Santiago Tocolino. An undefended goal here. This one needs to count. And it does. Tocolino, second of this chucker. 5th overall in the game here for Santiago Tocolino. They come back and they are within 2 goals of Richard Mille. We're in the 5th chucker with just a little over a minute left to play.
Yeah, Santiago playing a super, super strong game today here. As he's 5 goals on the day, 3 from the penalty line, and all 3 here in the second half.
Ball's back in play, and it's going to be picked up there by, I was going to say McDonough, but McDonough this time running into some traffic there. Mariano Aguirre will try and send it back. Did not do a good job. As McDonough will say, well, check this out. It goes through goal number 3. I beg your pardon. Yes, goal number 3 here in this chucker for Pablo McDonough. Well, Dale, you know what they say, if you snooze, you lose.
Yeah, no, that's just a great play by Pablo. Mariano was going for the back shot. He timed it just perfect. You are allowed to hook the back shot if the head is below the shoulder, and that was just a perfectly executed hook by Pablo McDonough, and not just that, the finish. All right, we're going to send them off. 2-goal difference here. Oh, actually, 3-goal difference. I apologize. 3-goal difference on that goal from Pablo, and we'll be back. You don't want to miss this 6th and final chucker. What a game we got going on here. Chucker TV, World Polo League Palm Beach Open.
White Claw Hard Seltzer, a wave of refreshment. Crafted using our unique Brew Pure process. Made pure. Nothing tastes like White Claw Hard Seltzer.
There's something about when you get up early, prep the plane, and you take off, and you get that first light of day. And the air is crystal smooth. You can see forever. You have to have the right aircraft for the right flight with the right crew up front. Only NetJets can do this. The flight dissolves into the background. It should just be the here and now.
Welcome back. 6th and final chukker. World Polo League Grand Champions Polo Club. White Birch Polo Field Farm right today. And yeah, that chukker was a very strong chukker by the Richard Mille team. They won 5 out of 6 bowlings.
And they scored 4 against 2 goals.
Yeah.
So very much, as you say, Richard Mille there, the highest number of goals scored by Richard Mille in any chukker so far. We saw 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third, 2 in the third. So they've really doubled the numbers here in chukker number 5. So White Birch now have it all to do, and this is going to come down to exactly what you kept saying, Dale, but not like this if you don't get possession, because Pablo McDonough will penalise you all day long. McDonough with a cut shot. Oh, my Lord, did you see that, Dale? Let's have a look at the clock again. 14 seconds played. Bish, bash, bosh, and the ball was through the uprights.
Yeah, the quickest goal of the day. We've seen a super amount of shots make it out of the bowling and off to the races, but that ball was actually bouncing, and he snapped it on the cut shot. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Well, that's why he's 10 goals, Dale. That's why he is 10
I agree. He is the man. He is the maestro.
Ball back in play, and he nearly ran away with it again. This time it'll be picked up there by Llorente. Nearly Chris Brandt getting a piece of it. This is danger. And now the Cobra, he loves these kind of plays. Cobra on the approach. Has he overshot it? I don't think he has. He's probably done enough already. He did. He got both fangs out on that one. Goal number 4 for the Cobra.
Yes, sir. The Cobra's going to strike, and this play by Heta Casanola, he spun around so quick, and just knowing that no one was coming down the right of way to be able to make that quick play. And I love the one touch polo. Cobra already out there, Mark already waiting for that ball with Pablo in the rumble seat behind him. Richard Mille dialed in.
5 goals of difference now. They're really turning up the heat here as Rico Martelli throws the ball in. Brandt getting a piece of this, but he's got, a combined 16 goals there as he's trying to get through. A whistle. Was that a sandwich attack?
Hey, Grant's going to catch him here. They're going to catch him here. Not going to say that ball was hit far enough, and Chris did keep the throttle down. Yeah. And so they're going to call, and he gets a foul on him before he gets to the ball, so they're going to call shading early on this play, on the late whistle, giving him an opportunity to pull out of the play. But I guess Pablo did not think he shaded him at the beginning. But I got to give it up to Chris Brandt here. Great four-legged athlete. He did keep the window closed the whole time. Pablo did not extend the window, open the window, as we say. And very consistent here in the second half. And, there you go. But when you lose your challenge, you can't have it for the 6th chukker. So, and I would think that would be a way better challenge than the one with Paco that they did. So that's the one thing Richard Mille needs to work on if they go in their next game, is those challenges whenever they're going to use them. And they're going to lose a goal here. So that's going to give the energy right now back to White Birch. And now what do we want, Jan?
Well, we want possession. And Tocolina there just getting a very important goal back. They were down by 5. They're down by 4 now. 5 and 20 left to play in chukker number 6. This is far from over as they come back to the centre for a throw-in. Ball is thrown into play. Possession, they've got it. Tocolina, the man who just scored quickly now. They need to mobilise their troops up to the front. That's a good ball out to Mariano Aguirre, if he can do something with it. Again, McDonough beating him to it. He turns it around. It lands on the tee here on the green for the Cobra, who does well to correct it on the second attempt, but couldn't on the third. As once again, Tocolino drilling one down the field. There was nobody back home. McDonough going back, doing that switcheroo now from the rotation. Sends it into no man's land where there was nobody there. Paco de Navai, the first black shirt there from Richard Mille, to pick that one up again. Playing it across the field, utilising and making the most of the space available. That could be a mistake, as the Cobra will punish them for that any day of the week. Now, Eta Castagnola, he'll do something special. He normally does. Castagnola puts that one through. No mistake. Eta Castagnola with goal number 3 in the 6th and final chukker.
Yeah, Heta's going to go ahead and put a nice ride-off on Mariano. Then the Cobra finds a perfect spot, hits a nice 60-yard shot with Heta already on the move. Great give and go. This team has been working very well with all 4 players today using the give and go, Yan, on the one-touch polo. Remember, the ball travels faster than the horse can run.
Absolutely.
So they're using that advantage very well and scoring goals, so that's a great combination.
It is indeed, as the Cobra ready to get on with the remaining 4 minutes and 4 seconds. This will be the final courtesy change here for all the players. Now, of course, we will have to have one winner and we'll have one runner-up in this game. It's always a shame when you have such great teams as these two teams are, playing so well and not holding back in the slightest.
Yeah, I got to tell you, Yan, based on that super fit chucker, this has been super tight game. And with Richard Mille just was so strong in the 5th. But look at this, still got time here. 4 minutes left, down by 5 goals.
Castagnola looking for Paco de Navai. They want to let him have a go. Navai will take a shot from distance. Navai, he lofts it and he puts it through. Well, when you're on a roll, you're on a roll. Now, all 4 players, Dale, in this chucker having scored. If you just isolate this chucker on its own, it is 4-1 for Richard Mille.
Yeah, let's add one new play to the playbook today, and that's sending Paco forward and hit the nose. He's going forward. The man in the maroon helmet, they find him on the open side. Paco's so strong with the number 4 on his back at the back of the game, but now showing the diversity of the Richard Mille team, sending them forward. That's good polo.
Well, you know what, Dale, the way they're playing here this afternoon, I would not be surprised if we see them on in Sunday's final. Still a bit of polo to be played until then, of course. The 2 semis coming up on Thursday. And they've got the ball again. Well, you named it, you called it. The key word here this afternoon, and it's exactly that, is down to the possession. As maybe a chance here. It would be nice to see Chris Brandt get a score on the score sheet. That ball will come to him. He'll try and pick it up. He was a little bit too far out there. Paco de Navai not wasting any time. Richard Mille now really on a roll here. And we have a whistle.
Yeah, whistle on the play. And that was during play, running around. So I think you're going to probably see a technical here. And I'm going to give it back up here to Paco. Here's a great play. He rides in there. He's got his mallet in the air. Maybe thinks that he had the right of way there with Chris Brandt. But he has his mallet up in the air, and all young players should learn this. He had his mallet in the air, peeling for the foul. No whistle on the play. Chris misses the ball. Boom, mallet's in the air, snaps the back shot, and off to the races Richard Mille goes. Yeah. Instead of riding through with his mallet in the air and not ready to make the next play, because sometimes you're not going to get that foul. You need to be ready, and there's a perfect example demonstrated by Paco.
Yeah, well, Paco, as well, listen, I'm lost for words. He has been the cornerstone, the rock of that team. Everything, a lot has come through him, of course, and he just gets on with the job. You know, you don't see him complain, you don't see him moan. He just gets on with the job, and that was a very good call, Dale. Yes, the young people out there learning how to play this game. Take an example here by Paco de Navai.
They're going to get technical on the play. And remember what I told you, they went from a 5 to a 4 to a 3. And here you go. The Cobra's going to finish one off and add one more to his 4 goals for today.
7 goals in it now, Dale. 7 goals, 2.5 minutes left to play. Are we maybe seeing the first signs of resignation here from White Birch? They know they're up against a monster team here. Remember, having already won 2 tournaments. And as I say, I would not be surprised to see them in the final and possibly even going all the way. Back to the centre they come then. Ball is thrown into play. The first touch there by the number 2, Llorente. But again, Navai was told to leave that one as Pablo McDonough will tee it up. Down the field they go, and it's going to be, well, it's going to be White Birch on this one. But you know what? As long as it's far away from their own goal mouth again, Paco there just not complaining. He came down the line. White Birch opened things up there on the far side. The Cobra now also coming back again, playing a solid role in defence. Slightly top that ball. They all look up. And it's going to land and be picked up by McDonough. A little cut shot there from Castagnola. Picked up by Llorente. Llorente will try and control it. He will leave this one for Mariano Aguirre, who might just attempt a long-distance shot. Here it comes, Aguirre through the centre. And again, Richard Mille standing very solid there in defence. Castagnola there took a swing, an elegant swing, didn't hit the ball. Possibly now for Llorente. But I think Richard Mille, they know they've done what they needed to do, which get their second their second win of this tournament, the WPL Palm Beach Open 2021. We're down to the last, less than a minute left to play. McDonough now will just drill that one down the field. It's going to go out of bounds. I don't think that number 3, Mariano Aguirre, is going to get to that one. It goes out of bounds. And in about 15 seconds or so, we will hear, oh no, it's still in play. I thought it had gone over the back line. That one's going to go high in the sky. Well caught, Tracy, well caught. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is all they wrote. That is all they played for. 16 goals to 9. We will come back out as the players, of course, shake hands. Dale, what a cracking match here we had this afternoon.
Yeah, so they picked it up. It was 3-1 after the first, White Birch. 4-3, White Birch after the second. And then 5-4, Richard Mille took 1 goal lead at halftime. 7-6 after the fourth. 11-8. And that just showed you how close this game really was. If you look at these, 16-9 at the end here, Yan. But again, a very, very, very tight game, close. Like I said, that one, the Fit Chucker, they just won so many bowlings. They had an opportunity there. There's one of those things. The bowling is a lottery. You never know. It's not an easy play. It's not a possession play. You just got to win that play. That's why I'm glad they took the bowling out when the ball goes out of bounds. You give that possession up, and that's what the huge possession play now when the ball goes out of bounds. They have so many teams hitting it out of bounds to go to the bowling because it's a lottery, but they did a great job winning, and they scored a lot of goals off those in the Fit Chucker. I mean, super, super positive plays by Richard Mille.
And I would like to add to that also, I think, to me, one of the guys that impressed me the most was the Cobra this afternoon. Coming back, going forward, making himself available, taking out the play, allowing his teammates the clear passage to goal. The strategy, the combination, the way they connected, the way they played. True champions.
Yeah, no, both teams, like Chris Brandt and Mark Gansey, doing a great job for both their teams. Well, there you go. What a great day we had here on Chucker TV, World Polo League, Palm Beach Open. For Jan Eddick Frank, I'm Dale Schwetz. I speak for the whole Chucker TV family when I say thank you for making us the leader of the polo broadcasting. And remember, here at Chucker TV, when you see a game like this in the World Polo League, that's why we say we love the polo.